Alright, hello everyone, it is me BaRKy and I'm here with a mod showcase for 3 different mods, but I'm gonna kind of combine them into one because there is an actual mod pack for this mod. So what I'm gonna do in the description, I'm gonna put a link to the mod pack and hopefully that helps out a few people and you can just choose which one you want to download, or you can download all 3 or whatever. So I've got the Tribal Essentials mod pack here in front of us, and if you cannot see, things look a little bit different with this mod actually. In fact, you can kind of see straight away I've got different walls and tiles on the floor and things on the floor and stuff like that. Oops, something's happening over here. Oh, it's a Yorkshire Terrier dying. Thank you for telling me about that game, because they're not the most useless animal in the game. That goes to cats. Anyways, as I said, this is the Tribal Essentials mod, and it adds in several things depending on which mod that you're using at the time. And as I said, there are 3 different mods. So first up we have the Tribal Joy mod, and what this adds in are some new joy options for the tribal stage of the game. And if that confuses you, if you have never tried out playing tribal or medieval or anything like that, it is basically the point where you don't have too many things using electricity yet. You're still reliant on fuel, on wood. Research is still at the start. If you're using the tribal start, this is all you get. So you get pemmican, passive cool, and brewing. Well, if you go with the vanilla start, you do not get passive cooling. But it's still, you don't get much. So you don't get much at all. So it's nice to see these sorts of things added in. So let me turn off God mode, show you the joy tab, and you can see what you get here. So we have the hoop and arrows over here, which is a joy thing. Then we have the 3 stones game, which is apparently a ripoff of chess, ancient tribal game of skill. Get 3 stones in a row to win. Fun for a few hours in there. I don't know how accurate this is to actual tribal stuff. I don't imagine this to be too far away though. I'm sure they had games similar to this, I would imagine. I have no idea though. This hoops and arrows, this is a like shoot an arrow into that. And then one of the coolest ones, what I really love actually, is this one in the middle here. You think it's just a normal fire that I'm using for lighting, but it's actually not. The tribal lore fire is its own joy source, and people will gather around here to use it. A ceremonial tribal lore fire, participants pass on ancient knowledge and helpful wisdom through stories or practice storytelling on their own. And then it says refuelable, so let's just refill it. So people will come and gather here, and people will tell stories and all that. So first of all, this builds up social, similar to how a chess table does. But at the same time, it also has this caveat that you have to refuel it. So I would like to see the entertainment factor raised to maybe 140, 150. Because let's face it, a lot of us would prefer to chill with friends than most other things, and this will actually build your social status as well. So there are a few benefits to it, but at the same time it's got a caveat of having to be reset every 3 days. So not much, or every 4 days actually, to be exact. Anyways, that is the Tribal Joy one. It is pretty cool, I would say. It's pretty nice. So after that we have the Tribal Production, and you're probably wondering what's in this room because it's kind of hard to see, but I've actually got these things over here. There's 5 of them in total. There's 5 of them that it adds in, and you get the art spot, the butchering spot, the stone chipping spot, tailoring spot, and researching spot. And basically what these do are they allow very basic means to get stuff done. So for example, if you don't want to build a sculptor's table because you're not using steel, for example, because you don't start with steel, you can put down a stone chipping spot. And same thing with a few of these other ones. The art spot is the one that is mostly different though. And at the art spot, you can't actually build normal art. You can build totems, rugs, decorative urns, and pottery. So as you can see, these are some of the examples of things you can build. So we have a large totem, a large rug, a small rug over here, and a small totem. And they look very like ticky. I don't know if this is tribal. This looks like something you'd see on one of those head things on the beach. I don't fucking know. You get them in Civ 5. They're pretty cool. Anyways, it's really nice. And as you can see, I put on a crafting basket over here. You get this in the misc tab. And just keep in mind that this is with God mode off. So this is all based on what tribal have at the start of the game. So I have the crafting basket here, which you can make with 50 hay. You cannot change what it's made out of. It is set to be hay. And you can put this down, and what it does is it increases the work speed by 2%. Which is really cool, because you get 100%. I don't know how much having them on a on spots affects the speed, because obviously to affect the speed of something being done, it needs to have its own separate bill. If it copies another bill, it'll have the same work amount on every table. So yeah. So we have the butchering spot over here, which just allows you to butcher creatures. Brewing spot allows you to make wort. The stone chipping spot allows you to chip sandstone chunks into blocks, which takes longer than just making them into blocks using a stone building table. Sorry, stone cutting bench. My bad. Let's be exact here. So this is the production. I would. This is probably the mod that I have the biggest issue with, because I don't really know when exactly you would actually get any of these, because steel is something that you kind of get straight away in the beginning, and it doesn't require much power to use. At the same time, I can sort of understand not using steel very early in Alpha 17, because if you don't know the mining skill, if you don't have a colonist with decent mining skill, you might actually lose a lot of steel. So it's very much dependent on your start of your game. And tribal is obviously the majority of the time at the very start of the game. So then after that we have the tribal beds mod. This is probably the most popular mod out of in the whole mod pack. Is probably the beds, and basically what this allows you to do are make these normal blankets and the double blankets, and obviously they're just like very makeshift beds. They have 85% rest effectiveness, while normal beds obviously have 100%, or wood is a bit higher. This is another one just like this. I don't know when I would use this, because this actually uses cloth and leather, so at this point you would have a butchering spot, killing these animals, these fucking Yorkshire Terriers maybe. But yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting now. I really like the odd animation of this. Like, that looks really good to me. It looks like makeshift, it has a tribal feel, it's not uniform, so I really, really enjoy that. And then this is just the misc stuff. These are in production, but I just like to put them here because these are just replacements for normal storage spots. And then we have a granite stone oven, which allows you to do normal things that a cooking bench can do, except for make popcorn and cook egg, which is interesting. It just makes a meal out of corn and egg. And then we have a smoke pit over here, which allows you to smoke meat. And what smoking meat does is it makes it last a really long time. So we have smoked meat over here, and you can see it lasts 3 months and 11 days. Very long time. I gotta get used to this quadrant thing. I'm still not used to it. I honestly think it's dumb. I might just download a mod that lets you change it. And then there are some other things that I could not classify into one of these rooms. So for example, you get a new type of wall over here, which is a log wall. It can only be made out of wood. Can't be made out of anything else. You can kind of put one down over there, and you can see it's got this like really nice looking aspect to it. It is a bunch of logs. It looks like embrasures in the medieval mods, which I think is really cool. Just for comparison, we have a usual wood wall over here, which has this look to it, the bricks look. Same thing with stone. And then we have a metal wall. This is my brick steel wall over here. And you can compare the different textures. But obviously the texture looks different when you have two of them next to each other. You can see the difference straight away. This one looks very fortressy, I would say. It looks like a fortress wall. It has a flat center in the middle, and you can kind of see it raises up based on the shadows, which I love. I really love the art in these sets of mods. They look really good. And then finally it adds some new clothes in, just 3 pieces of equipment. So as you can see, I've got the Thrumbo fur, muffalo headdress, a cloth tribal wear. Okay, actually he's not wearing the second one. Get a woven hat, which looks like Samurai Jack. I don't know if, okay, this must obviously not be better than the other one. That's it. This is the Tribal Essentials mod pack. It adds in quite a few things, and I think it's really cool. Some of them I think are just too weak, and that's weird because obviously it's tribal, but at the same time, would you rather build a bed out of this stuff and get almost 30% less rest efficiency than a normal bed, which costs 35 wood? That sort of thing. There comes a point when you want to play tribal for the feeling, but why would you sacrifice it to get one of these? Because building it out of higher quality leather does not actually do anything. I made it out of ultra weave here. There's not much else to it. But anyways, tell me what you think. I think it could be really cool. And I just want to say something. I downloaded a mod which puts in the Fahrenheit over here. So for all my American viewers, and I know that like 60% of the people who watch my videos are from America or Canada, or just in that direction. I understand that a lot of you are from America. So I know Canada uses metric. I know, I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say a lot of people are from that part of the world. So for those of you who use Fahrenheit during the day, and I know some places in Canada do, I believe. So this is for you guys. I hope this is okay. Because I was really considering switching to Fahrenheit, but I really didn't want to because it would make things confusing for me. But yeah, anyways, have an amazing day. Thank you very much for watching. Tell me what you think. Do you think these things should be added to vanilla? I think they are weak, and weak things can be added to vanilla. In my opinion, this mod is actually balanced because there's nothing broken about it. Except for maybe the crafting baskets. I don't know how I feel about these. Anyways, see you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye. Hey you! Thanks so much for making it to the end of my video. I really appreciate it. Editing videos is both my hobby and my passion, and with that in mind, I've decided to open up a Patreon if you'd like to support me besides in the amazing ways that my subscribers already usually do. I've got loads of perks and benefits, including having your own personally custom made colonist, being one of my default colonists in the mod showcases, special roles on Discord, joining me while I stream, monthly Q&As and podcasts. I've got it all. Come take a look. All support is always appreciated, monetarily or not. If you're a subscriber, then be sure to hit the little bell over here to always be up to date with videos I push out, and head over to the Discord if you ever want to have a deep and meaningful chat with me. And last but not least, I hope you're having an amazing day.